Between the days of October 31st and November 5th, 1975, a series of brutal murders took place in North Canton, Ohio. 4 men and 3 women between the ages of 16 and 29 were targeted, with one survivor leaving an eyewitness account of 2 attackers, gender unidentified, each wearing a wolf mask. The incident is known as the Wolf Twin Murders. So today's guest is North Canton native known only as Clint. Clint was orphaned as a 2-year-old, and you don't really know anything about your parents, right?
Not really. My dad was killed in a hunting accident. I was about 4 years old, and now I literally went up through the system, was given a few dollars afterwards, and now I'm here.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
How old were you when your mom died?
Oh gosh. I mean, I don't really know much about her, really. She was a hippie, as most people were in their early 20s back then. So, yeah.
Cool.
Wow. And you work at...
Star Video.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'm the owner and manager and everything pretty much at Star Video. I'm always there. If you ever need a DVD, I'll get you guys a good deal also.
I rented Inception from there.
Oh, yeah.
5 years ago or whatever.
Great movie. I mean, weird question. Do you think it was all real or do you think it was all fake?
I think it was real at the end.
Right.
Because there's the skip in the totem.
Yeah, I don't think that totem is really his real totem.
Oh, yeah, that's
there's a theory that
it was her totem. Exactly. It wasn't his totem.
Exactly.
So why would it matter?
Exactly.
Yeah. You got it, man. You're on the internet.
I mean, honestly, when you watch a movie that many times, you notice things, you know?
Mm-hmm. So how did you get into DVD sales and having videos?
Yeah, it's. I mean, as you're probably aware, as I said, I was an orphan, and the thing about that means we were always at the orphanage. And when we were there, we're watching a lot of TV, a lot of movies, got very obsessed with movies, was basically raised on Three Stooges of all things.
Okay.
I think that's a common thing, right?
Is that productive?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really throw myself out of the windows or drop pianos on my head, but I'm still here, right?
Yeah.
Basically, we just watched a lot of movies, and I've always wanted to work in a movie theater, but that's a weird thing to do. So I was like, I'm going to open up a VHS, and then it became a DVD rental place. Yeah.
So how do you feel about the current era?
Netflix being hard in your life?
Not really. I mean, people use it, but people also like having a physical copy, Plus we have other things that Netflix doesn't have.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
And plus we get your day of. Netflix, if you do the DVD, it takes a few days.
Right.
Not gonna lie, man. There's those family videos that used to be everywhere. You ever seen those?
The family videos?
It's just called Family Video. It was like a VHS video store. They're not really around anymore.
Oh, okay.
But where I'm at in Columbus, there's one left near my house.
Yeah.
I'm just convinced it's got to be a drug front, man. I just didn't know there were
Well, we make
stores.
a profit.
I mean, I'm not saying you're a drug front.
Well, I mean,
I'm saying I've never met someone that owns a place. It's fascinating.
It's nice, I mean, it's a little bit hard, but it's not as hard. I mean, it's easier than people think it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And how long have you had this store?
Well, I opened it in 1998, right when DVDs first started, and we had both DVDs and VHS, and then of course, as the VHS era stopped, that's when I basically stopped doing VHS and have basically been the only real video place in town.
If you had to pick your favorite genre, what would it be?
Oh, horror.
Horror? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite horror movie if you had to pick?
Oh gosh, that's a hard thing to choose.
Sure.
Okay, I probably would honestly pick the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple choice. I mean, if you want something more modern, I probably would go with The Descent.
Okay, yeah.
But, I mean, nothing like the good old-fashioned Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Has a nice slow build. And then, like, you get, like, very, very scared before anything really happens. And then when it all happens, it all just goes to shit.
Right. I'm sure some of our listeners are wondering how a video store owner is going to be on the Wolf Twin Murders, and that's because you've become a big advocate for them making a Wolf Twin Murders movie.
I have. I mean, like, when I was in college, I actually was like an amateur filmmaker. I shot all over the whole North Canton area.
Yeah.
Did a lot of movies out by Alliance and stuff like that, and it was great, you know?
Wow.
And, like, I think that even though I don't know much about the Wolf Twins, because, you know, I mean, I live in this town,
right,
and we all talk about sometimes, but, you know, there's cover-ups, people say, I don't know. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is this, like, I know about... I think it would be a really cool thing for all multiplexes in all of America to see. Get outside of this part of Ohio, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious I'm a big conspiracy nut about this. I'm convinced it's a government cover-up from Jim Rhodes. It's, I don't think we could make a movie because I think they would shut it down immediately.
Well, that's why you have to go independent.
Yeah.
Right.
And go through different ways to distribute it. Like, can't just to go through, like, independent and then, like, release it like AMC or Regal or whatever. What I'm trying to say is you have to make it independent, put it on a videotape, because no one's going to find it on a videotape.
Sure.
Distribute to friends, and also that way, too.
Wow.
Viral.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it's
very
not like Jim Rhodes is going to be stopping you today.
Oh, no, he's
Is he going to... Does he know about this?
Oh, well,
I think he's dead.
He's dead.
He's got
now.
to be
Yeah, he
dead.
died in 2001.
Right.
So
Why would he still be alive?
the Wolf Twin Murders is such a vague topic because we don't really know who did them. We know all the victims.
We don't know why.
But yeah, we don't know who did these murders. We don't know why these murders happened. We don't really know any of that. So, like, in a film version, what angle would you go from to make this?
Okay. I think we would use a little bit of what I'd call faction, okay?
Okay.
It's kind of like fiction and, like, fan theory, okay? And also use a little bit of the truth that we know. Mm-hmm. And, like, what so that means is, like, we'd have to interview everyone in North Canton, okay?
Right.
But obviously, like, in a very secretive way. Because we can't let people know that we're doing this, okay? Mm-hmm. And, like, what you do then is you get it all together, you combine it into, like, the best story that you can, and then, boom, you got the movie.
Wow.
Would you do like a documentary? Would you have people as the Wolf Twins?
Did you ever see the movie District 9?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so now District 9 started out soft feeling like a documentary.
Sure.
And it feels very realistic. And then by, like, I'd say the middle of Act 2 of the 3-act structure. You guys know about how filmmaking works, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
so like in Act 2, it stops basically looking like a documentary and starts feeling like an action movie. Mm-hmm. And that's basically what happened.
Oh, man, that would be a good movie.
So it would be like a documentary about maybe the people in North Canton.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much our story.
Right.
It's almost like a Blair Witch kind of thing.
Kind of.
Sort of.
I mean, Blair Witch is more, well, that's a mockumentary, really, honestly. I mean,
Sure.
But I kind of like that, we get a little bit of the local flavor, and then it gets into the nitty-gritty, and then things get real, you know?
Well, and so would you actually get into any of the conspiracy sides of this film? Or?
Well, name a conspiracy, and I'll tell you yes or no.
Well...
Because there's some conspiracies you can touch, some conspiracies you can't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one of them is that it was Jim Rhodes covering up war veterans with PTSD who were...
We don't want to get the war veterans involved in this.
Okay. Well, then...
I mean, the only reason I say we don't want to do this because, like, we don't want any war veterans get mad at us. You know, if we're working on a nice piece of art, we don't want people to get mad at us for that.
Right. Well, so then who would the murderers be in this film? I mean, or is that a spoiler alert?
I don't know. I mean, I'm still not sure. I mean, I was like 2 when like the murders basically stopped, so I don't really know much about that. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be interesting. They're like just normal people like you and I, you know. Mm-hmm.
So then the second thing is, what is the motivation? Why would they?
Have you ever wanted to murder someone just to see if you can do it?
I mean,
it's pretty heavy, but I mean, yeah.
I mean, honestly, like when you think about it, I'm not saying like anyone here is a murderer or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, haven't you ever just thought to yourself, what is it like? Have you been in a convenience store like, oh, I can try to steal that pack of gum, and you try it, and it's like feels good. Like, have you ever wanted to see like how far up you can go?
I mean, like, I guess I've thought about it. Just
I mean, like,
purely as like a thought exercise. Yeah.
Well, what's the biggest thing you've ever thought about doing?
I mean, realistically, I've never truly considered a crime, but I've thought, like, if I was going to commit a murder, how could I get away with it? Like, what could I do to not get busted?
Right.
And, I mean, there's like a lot of ways you get away with a murder, I think. Especially back before the days of the internet.
Exactly. Now it's a lot harder.
100 years ago, you could murder someone in Cincinnati and just move to Columbus.
Exactly. And you're
like,
fine.
You're good. They're like, whatever. It's more than 50 miles. He's gone.
Basically.
Wow. You know, I guess I've never thought of murder, but I've thought about the best way to do a robbery. And
that'd be great. I mean,
do you have one?
Well, yeah. The one I wanted to do is go to a grocery store on payday and wear a giant Band-Aid across my face and pantyhose and just ask them to, have like a bomb or something strapped to me.
Okay. Well, your real bomb or
a fake one.
Okay.
Man, that's a heavy robbery.
I would just ask them to hand money over. That's all I would do, and I would do it very calmly.
Right.
And then I would take the mask off and the Band-Aid off, and
Band-Aid or bandana?
Band-Aid, like a big pink. Or
I thought you said bandana.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so anyways, the reason why it would be a grocery store as opposed to a bank is a bank becomes a federal crime, and a grocery store, once you get out of the jurisdiction, like they're not gonna. I mean,
honestly, like what's like jurisdiction of a grocery store, like the city?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the county, I guess.
So it's like go somewhere across the country. And just do that. I always thought that would be a really smart.
I'm gonna let you down here.
Oh no!
I work at a grocery store. There's like not a lot of money accessible at grocery stores. Like you go to a cashier.
I mean, I'll go to the bank, like in the vault,
$300.
pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, and then in a bank they have lots of money behind the counter.
Right,
At least like thousands. At a grocery store, you're gonna get like. Give me all the money.
But do we want
$300?
Do we want to be able to live off of it, or do we want to be able to get turned into crime?
This is. I just want to do it. Yeah, it was just
right. I mean, we're not criminals, guys.
Right. Yeah. It was just a thought experiment I had.
I feel you.
So I could see how like as especially in a cinematic element that it's just a group of people that especially a group of like upper middle class white people
just to see what they could do.
See what they could do. Yeah.
I mean, I've literally seen so many cars with the keys in them.
Yeah.
I don't take it, but I think about it.
Right.
It's like
strongly.
It's Shania Twain or something. One of those celebrities I remember like 10 years ago got busted because she was shoplifting all the time.
That's Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder, yeah, because
she's a great actress. She's like, did you ever see Heathers?
I have not. It looks really good.
It's actually very funny. It's also a very nice dark comedy all about like murder also.
Wow.
I mean, that's a movie that's kind of like a horror thing too when you think about like murder in school. Horrible.
It's terrifying.
So now the other question I have is so this would be an independently produced film. So what kind of cast would you be looking for? Like unknown actors, or would you try to get somebody who's a big?
I'm a big Gus Van Sant style fan. So I'm a big fan of using people that people do not know of. Okay. Yeah. Would shoot a very Dogma 95 style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Use natural light like how it is right now in here.
Sure. Wow. So just all unknown people, and I guess some of these victims, we can go through them.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about that. Mm-hmm.
So we had the very first of the murders, which was David Harold. He was 20 years old. They found his throat slit, and he was gutted. And it was on October 31st. He was off of State Street, just completely put on display.
Just right in the middle of town.
Happy Halloween.
Mm-hmm. And it was Halloween, which just the symbolism of that is so...
Who can kill someone on Halloween, you know?
Yeah, the cops have got to be like, all right, you got to look around tonight.
Right. Well, so then the next day... there was Stephanie Tavera, and she was 24 years old. Same MO,
It's insane. He keeps killing the kids, you know? It's terrible.
And, and that was on November 1st. And this one was extremely shocking because it was on Morello Street. And she was assumed to be a Halloween decoration until they realized she was a real person.
And it's sad because like by that time, always Halloween decorations are down.
Right. Oh yeah, like that. I couldn't even imagine.
Or destroyed.
I'd
really,
actually never heard that aspect of it. They thought she was a
one
decoration.
It's one of the worst things I've ever heard
That's
in my
terrible.
life.
So many kids must have seen that.
Oh my god. And well, so anyways, there was then the next day, it was Paul Rader and Cecilia Theodore, and I believe they were 16 and 17 years old. Same MO. They were found in the parking lot of the old Maxie's drive-in, and they were found by a local paperboy. Found them in their cars, just
and that's terrible. I mean, like they probably were like having a good time driving. Nice when that happened.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so then we had, on November 3rd, there was Robert Grafton, 29 years old. Same thing, found in the upper hill at Dogwood Park. And then there was a little bit of, nothing happened on the 4th, but then on the
Take a day off, right?
Well, so, and I'm thinking it was like these guys or girls, started off just going hardcore and needed to take a break for a second because, well, then... on November 5th, it was Michael Mangold, 25 years old, and Lauren Wells, 23. Mangold and Wells, they were walking home on the 5th of November on West Maple, and they were attacked by two assailants. The gender was unidentified, and this is the reason we know about the wolf masks, is because Wells was able to get away, but Mangold had been completely caught off guard. Yeah. And she said that it was two people with wolf masks, and it's just they just kind of stopped after that.
Yeah.
And it's been assumed that they were probably wearing masks for all these murders.
Yeah.
Well, and then of course there's the famous there's the escapee Darlene Harmon who was. She was abducted on October 31st, 1977.
Oh, wait. Darlene Harmon?
Yeah, Darlene Harmon.
Darlene Harmon.
Yes.
That name rings a bell for me.
I mean, you probably read about it.
Heard about right. It no, but like in a weird way. Like, like when things are like in the back of your mind in that way, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's like there was a lot going on.
What was with her when she escaped?
No, let me read here. So she was caught on October 30th, 1977 on Interstate 77. And she and her 2-year-old son, they escaped from the car wearing two...
Holy fucking shit.
Wolf masks.
Holy fucking shit.
And it was somewhere...
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
For an hour and a half between...
Holy fucking shit. Have you ever had like that type of thing where you have a really big revelation right now?
I mean...
yeah.
And that's just happening right now. That's my mom.
Whoa, what? You serious, dude?
That's my mom. Like, it was in the back of my mind, like, you kept saying Darlene, like, and I just heard, like, my father's voice say Darlene.
Like, you're sure?
Like, you sound like my dad to a certain way, like, from like what I remember my dad sounding like.
Are you shitting me? Oh my god.
I was also alive back in 77. So
yeah, I mean
I was 2.
What happened to your mom?
Yeah,
how did she...
Well, I was told she was a hippie and disappeared. Holy shit.
So, there was never I'm so sorry to hear this, man. Yeah. I don't mean to...
We didn't, want to...
Wow.
Do that to
someone. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I haven't heard from her since I don't remember when,
yeah.
I mean, I've been in an orphanage since I was 5, and I barely remember my father. He was in a hunting accident.
Holy shit.
It's all good. Don't worry. I'm not going to walk out, okay?
I mean,
that's heavy, dude. So there has never been a follow-up on what happened with her after she escaped.
Yeah.
She... she went to the fucking police department and made a report. And there's really nothing else on her.
Do you remember anything between then and her disappearance? You were so young, but maybe you heard about
crazy.
it. So no, my father died when I was 5 years old.
Yeah,
5. Okay.
He died in a hunting accident.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 4 or 5? Or do you just not quite remember?
It's all vague. Okay.
Okay.
I don't really remember my mom. I mean, I remember a glimmer. I remember my father barely more than a glimmer, just a little bit more. Like I know he was a hunter.
Mm.
He had a lot of guns in the house.
Okay.
I don't think he would have killed my mom. I don't know if she would have killed him.
Well, you said she just, like, disappeared.
She disappeared.
She wasn't, like, necessarily involved in murder.
I don't know. My brain just went there. I don't know why I said that.
You don't...
You know, sometimes you feel like your life's a movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like the what was it, the Lindbergh baby? Or whatever. I don't know if I'm making a joke right now, but that's what it feels appropriate and that's that.
Normal reaction, man. Normal reaction. You're good. You're cool.
Shit, man. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you don't know what's gonna happen, and like then this happens, and it's okay. It's just wow, this is not the way I thought this day was gonna go. You know.
So I don't mean to
Like, press you.
This almost seems like you have to make this film now. I don't want to be inappropriate, but
I mean, I haven't really made films like as a filmmaker. I haven't made them since like college.
Sure.
I literally stopped like 2 years after college.
Oh my god,
dude, this is like what you're meant to do.
No, man, like I can't go back to making films. I sell films. I rent out films. Like, I can get you good deals. I can't go back to making films. Like, I've made a lot of films. Like, I made a lot of films out in the woods by Alliance, you know? Mm-hmm. I made a lot of films. I can't talk about some of these films because just you can't talk about some things, okay? Some things you just cannot talk about. You can't just go digging shit up and you just, okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
You can't just dig shit up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
These aren't porn films or anything like that, okay? These are like real actual films.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Yeah, man.
It's cool.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like start yelling there.
No.
This is like heavy, man. Don't worry about it.
So,
I made a lot of films though, but it just, I mean, yeah, someone should make the Wolf Twins films. I mean, especially because my life is involved in it. That's insane.
Would you do an interview for it? If someone else did do it?
I guess. I mean, like, okay, 77, that's a whole nother lifetime away. You know, I mean, I was a child.
Sure.
Yeah, it's another world.
Sorry, I'm shaking right now.
Yeah.
Can I have some more water?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go get some
I'll get you, man.
Oh, don't worry. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
And we're back with Clint. That got...
Sorry.
We just had a major revelation here that...
I had to have a cigarette.
That Darlene was... Darlene
mother.
is Clint's mother, and maybe was murdered because she escaped from the Wolf Twins. Maybe was taken away for some reason, and...
I mean, it's his mom. Man.
Well, now that
Do you mind if I smoke in the studio?
Oh, sure, dude.
Yeah.
We don't care. It's cool. Now that you've had a minute to process this, what are you thinking? And you don't have to go for too long. We'll just so we can get it on record. Just how you're feeling right now.
Kind of sad, really. You know, like I get told people would get a lot of hope when they were children. You know, like lots of hope and lots of dreams, and I wonder how my life would have been differently if I had a different situation.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I run a video store. Mm-hmm. I mean, movies are my life. Mm-hmm. I love a good horror movie. Like these movies I made, like when I was trying to be a filmmaker back in college, those films were so realistic and so interesting and so rich, but nothing compared to what they make in Hollywood. And I feel like if I was dealt a better hand, my life would have been like Hollywood instead of Star Video.
I think that's good for today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to talk about something. I'm sorry.
Sure. Okay.
Guys, let's just keep it running, okay, guys? This is horrible.
Okay.
So, I was a really good filmmaker, and the last movie I made was, as I said, they were all shot like in the woods of Alliance, and we found like a little like shack to shoot this. It was like a nice slasher film, right? And it was myself and my partner, John, and one of the effects didn't work right. And I kind of killed him.
What?
I murdered John. By accident. Yeah.
Did people, like, tell anyone about
I don't know
that?
why I'm fucking telling this on fucking mic. What the fuck's wrong with me? Holy shit.
Well, I think we gotta.
Yeah.
We gotta. Hey man, we're just gonna go step outside for a second. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay, I'll be here.
I'll
be here.
The Wolf Twin Murders by Dorian Wallace is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial 4.0 International License, based on a concept at www.wolftwinmurders.com.